Third time's a charm. What it do, what it do, what it do. And welcome to Trunny Rants Live. Disclaimer, I'm sorry for anyone who's been watching this live. I've been having technical difficulties, but third time's a charm. Anyway, this is the stream where I don't care if it's one person or 1,000 when we go live. We are always going to party like it's what? 1999. And with that being said, thank you all once again for joining me today. For those of you who may be new, I am your wonderful host for this stream. I go by T, Trun, or Trunny. And in this stream, we cover the latest and greatest in CU news, where my goal is very simple, ladies and gentlemen. And that is, it is to entertain you. With that being said, we have so much to cover today, so let's hop right into it. Starting with Colorado's defensive coordinator search continues. As some of you may or may not know, the Colorado fan base was hit with a bombshell of a report on December 30th that stated that defensive coordinator Charles Kelly will be getting ready to leave Colorado to go coach the same position at Auburn University, which so happened to be his alma mater. I mean, you can't really blame him for that. It's a job in the SEC. Feel how you feel about the SEC, but at the end of the day, it's the SEC. Now, when this news dropped, Mr. Carl Lewis, someone who is really plugged into the college football scene and very, very respected, puts out a tweet, and boy oh boy, did it get us hype as a fan base. All of the different names have started to come out, and I mean, once he put out this tweet, so many names started getting thrown out there, and we were led to believe that an announcement for the new defensive coordinator was imminent. We thought it was going to happen right away. Now, here we are, ladies and gentlemen, almost a month later. And some of the people in the fan base are starting to ask, but Coach Prime, he sees all, he hears all when it comes to his football program, and actually had this to say on the matter. I'm going to play this clip and come right back with my commentary.
And the showmanship or the emotional aspect of it, and they don't associate that you don't make emotional decisions, you make logical, thought-out decisions.
Yeah.
As it relates to your staff that you're still continuing to build,
Right.
you've placed this emphasis on getting it right.
I'm gonna get it right, and it's gonna be professionals, not just coaches that coach at the highest level, the NFL, but coaches that can relate to the kids, to the rest of the staff, as well as to me, that can propel these kids to their destination. And sometimes we make decisions based on emotions and based on pressure, and I don't fall prey to that. It's a multitude of teams out there don't have a complete staff. We have what we need. I mean, there's really no coaching going on right now. Really what's going on right now is getting ready to start back recruiting. But you know, we had a whole recruiting staff for that, so the coaches, they do their things as well by going on the road to watch. But right now, I want them to build those relationships here with these young men. So we still have time. And you got to understand, pros, the NFL season is just ending.
Mm-hmm.
So some of those well sought after coaches are doing interviews. And I got patience and I got time. Not only some of those coaches, but some of those coaches at the college collegiate level as well are doing interviews, and I got time. I want to get it right. I want to make sure.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we heard the reasons why Coach Prime said this search is taking so long. A, you know, he got time. But highlighted the fact that he really wants to get this right. And this is what I want the fan base to do, right? I want us to kind of reframe our thought process when it comes to this search. And instead of asking, who do we want our defensive coordinator to be? Maybe we should be asking, what do we want our defensive coordinator to be? What do you mean by that, Tron? I'm glad you all asked. Walk with me really quick, okay? Walk with me really quick. Close your eyes and envision this, right? We hire a big time name. For the sake of our argument, let's say Colorado hires Jim Leonard or Lovie Smith, two names that have been thrown out there. And I think hiring Jimmy Leonard or Lovie Smith would be that splash hire that all of CU fan base think we are getting. But realistically speaking, these are two of the biggest names you can hire at this position. So let's say they have the success that we believe that this team, more specifically, this defense has a great amount of success that we think they're going to have. If that happens, I can almost guarantee that we will be in the same predicament next year. These are already two highly respected guys in this realm. These are already two guys that are highly respected in this realm. So if CU has a successful campaign next year, they will very likely be head coaches somewhere else. That's just the reality of it. Or, hear me out, unpopular opinion, we can go with a promising up-and-comer at that position. Someone like an Al Harris. Quick sidebar, can I just say this? Personally, I want Al Harris. You see what he was able to do with Trayvon Diggs and with Bland when Diggs got hurt. I think this guy, Al Harris that is, I really believe that he may be able to unlock another level out of Travis Hunter and take Kermani and these other young corners to that next level. The proof is in the pudding. Look at what he's done with those defensive backs at Dallas. I'm just saying. Anyways, by going with an up-and-comer, it will build continuity for your program on the defensive side of the ball. Because if you were to hire an up-and-comer, it would take them a few years to really build up that reputation to land them the job that they want. So, like I said, it adds continuity for your program. It establishes a theme and a philosophy defensively, at least for the next few years. So once again, Buff Nation, let's not focus too much on who we want our coordinator to be, but what do we want our coordinator to be? And with that being said, we have some bills to pay, so I'm going to play this ad and we'll be right back with the rest of our stream.
Hi. Are you tired of the same old when it comes to the type of sports content you consume? Same opinion, same tone, same style of content?
Oh, I'm so bored.
Are you looking to spice up your sports life?
Well, subscribe to Tronny Rants, where we are guaranteed to pique your interest and keep you coming back for more. Tronny Rants. Subscribe now.
All right, welcome back, guys. Don't forget to subscribe like the young lady asked. Moving right along, quick disclaimer. I have a game ball segment that I do. If you watched the live stream last week, you know that. And Ryan Staub was originally going to be the player that received the game ball from me this week. But I decided to go in a different direction for the game ball this week. But I still wanted to give Ryan Staub his flowers. I'm going to play this clip, and I'm going to come right back and tell you why Ryan Staub deserves his flowers from the CU fan base.
Tell how you feel to be back, bro.
Feels great to be back. First day. We're not testing anymore. We're actually gonna lift, so it's nice.
I'm gonna ask you the question everybody wants to know.
Yeah.
The last game that you played in, bro, how did you feel going into the game? And then how did you feel after, and how did you feel like you did? I think you did the best you could.
I wasn't scared, but I was definitely nervous. There's no point in being scared. You got to do it anyway. Someone's got to do the job, so rise up to the occasion. I thought I did good. stuff to learn from, and I don't know, I felt good after.
What do you think that game taught you that no other experience could have? You know what I'm saying? That happened for a reason.
That like football is football, and if you prepare enough, like you can do it. Like it's just football. I don't know, it's just a game. I mean, yeah, you can't really control the results, but you can control what you put into it, and so you give it your all, you know that you did your part, so.
Is there anything you plan on doing differently this year or that you want to implement?
Just keep growing. That sounds like cliche, but just keep getting better, you know? Stack days.
Yeah.
Get a little better each day, so that's it.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm old enough to remember a time where when these freshmen, they came in and the expectation of those freshmen were basically understood that, hey, you probably won't see the field until your sophomore year at the earliest, but realistically your junior year. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm here to tell you now, we are no longer in that era. We are no longer in those times. I mean, you have kids jumping in a portal, and the only film that they have on themselves is practice film. That is the era that we are in within college football. And after that Utah performance at the end of the season, I know teams were offering Staub the bag to join their program. Oh, and for the folks out there who started following this team after Coach Prime got hired, may not be aware of this, but Staub was the future of this program. He was the headliner of CU's recruiting class before Coach Prime got hired. So you add in that little caveat, and you couldn't really be mad or blame him if you were to transfer. But by staying, he's showing that one, he's not running from the grind, and two, that he truly believes that he can be the heir apparent to Shedeur. And I actually like the sound of that, if I'm being real. So, Mr. Staub, I give you your flowers, and I actually think that you epitomizes everything that Coach Prom looks for in a player. And that is being smart, being tough, being disciplined, and having character. Once again, salute to you, and I cannot wait to see how you ball out for this program in the future. Ladies and gentlemen, once again, Ryan Staub. All right. Moving right along, man. We have a new segment that I'm excited about. I'll be right back with it right after this small break.
Order in the court. Order in the court. Order in the court. Order in the court. Order in the court.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, moving right along. I know, you guys are probably looking at me decked down in my finest court attire, if I must say so myself. You're probably asking yourself, what in the world is going on? Is this guy pulling a Quentin Somerville on us? No, guys, no. You see, Trunny sees the disagreements that take place amongst the fan base, okay? So being an amazing person that I am, I went on Google and I went on Google and ordered a judge costume and decided that I will be judge, juror, and executioner in determining which side of the fan base is innocent and which side is guilty in their takes. With that being said, man, we have a high-profile case this week as the fan base was not in agreement with Shiloh and Shedeur missing the first team meeting. Why did they miss the team meeting? To walk the runway for the Louis Vuitton fashion show in Paris. Now, there's a side of the fan base that is saying that these guys are bad leaders and teammates for missing the meetings, and if it was anyone else, they would have to show up and blah, 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 etc., etc. Then, there's the side that says, bruh, it ain't that deep. It's really not that deep. But, like I said, I'm judge, I'm juror, and I'm executioner. So, what say you, Judge T? Well, before I get my verdict, like any other good lawyer, disclaimer, I'm not a lawyer, but I do play one on TV. But like any good lawyer, let's look at the facts, okay? Are Shador and Shiloh really bad leaders, really bad teammates? I'm going to ask you some rhetorical questions and you just answer them in your head. You don't have to answer them out loud, okay? But would a bad leader lead player film sessions for his position every morning? Would a bad leader take a highly recruited and very talented freshman up under his wings and try to be a mentor for them? Does that sound like something a bad leader would do? Would a bad leader not throw his offensive line under the bus for getting him killed every week? Would a bad leader walk in those press conferences and take it all on the chin for him by himself, pause? But you know what I mean? Like, would a bad leader do that? I mean, if these are bad leaders, then hey, give me a bad leader. But it's not. So you know what that means, folks? Shiloh, Shador are not bad leaders. So when it comes to Shiloh and Shador being bad teammates and leaders for missing the first team meeting, I find them not guilty. And if you think otherwise, I'll throw my gavel at you. Case dismissed.
Order in the court. Order in the court. Order in the court. Order in the court. Order in the court.
All right, guys. It's time to give away our...
Why are you running?
That's right, ladies and gentlemen. It is time for our game ball. And this week game's ball goes to one of the ones, man. Someone who is quickly becoming a fan favorite of mine. And that is no one other than Mr. Khalil Benson. Yes, Mr. Khalil Benson. I'm sorry. So the game ball this week goes to no one other than Mr. Khalil Benson. I'm going to play this clip and come right back and tell you why he gets the game ball this week.
Hands off hips, hands off hips. You got Cheetos all the time. Listen. Hands off, come on. I've been going for 8 months, bro. That's cool. Listen, dog. Listen, bro. I don't need that. Go for 8. I haven't been here. You got guys that come in and take those shots. I'm telling you, I'm one of the one. I'm one of the one. No. I'm going to let you know that right now. Toughen up, bro. You've been here. Toughen up. You've been here. You've been here. I guarantee you. Ain't overrunning. I might just run more. Competition. Yo, lock in.
Yeah, they squabbling out there now. Yeah, this moves me. This man has been there for less than a week and is already showing more fire and passion in his position than we saw from anyone all of last year. And I know, y'all are probably thinking he's getting the game ball because of that confrontation, but no. He is getting the game ball because he is showing that he cares, man. Not only does he care about winning in the program, but he cares about his teammates. Because if you actually listen to what he is saying, he is pushing them and challenging them and holding them accountable. And that to me just speaks about the character of Khalil and shows me that Shador is indeed in good hands. So, Mr. Benson, you have earned yourself the game ball for this week. Alright guys, with that being said, that brings an end to our live stream. I hope you all enjoy listening to me as much as I enjoy talking to you. Until next time, stay passionate about the game, stay passionate about life, and I'll see you all next week, same time, the same place. Peace.